So, like I was telling you, we're just gonna roll into this. It takes me and Nick were talking. We turn these down there. So we turn these and then we just loop them down and then right there.
Pause.
Buddy.
Hi.
Well, I'll say hi. I haven't talked to you or face. Well, we've talked, but haven't FaceTime you since the show. Because Joe, my buddy, first foremost, Joe sitting right here. He's not on the
Ass,
camera,
by the way.
huh?
Joe kicked ass, by the way.
Yeah. So my training partner and one of my closest friends, Joe Ferranti, he did the Arnold Amateur. He won the physique 35 and over class, along with the overall, and he took second call in a very, very stacked open division. But I think this year, Nick's doing the. I think next year that we'll have a full off season together, and he hangs with me every day. So we got to bring up some body parts, upper chest, thicken up the back a little bit to make the waist look a little thinner, and I think it'll be damn good. But I had a great time there, training with Joe and doing stuff, and I was checking on you, and I sent you a long text the other day, or a long voice note. I'm not going to, obviously the viewers and the listeners don't need to know exactly what it said, but it was more along the lines of you have to learn to be, and I've said it before in many videos, you have to learn to be a great loser in order to be a good champion.
Sure.
I took more second places than I took first. I won 7 pro shows. I took second many, many times in my career, a lot of thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths. And the second places hurt the fucking most.
You sure do.
Because they're the closest reach to that number one spot. And when you're in third, fourth, it's a little longer of a reach, so it doesn't sting as bad.
I agree. I agree.
So I'm going to give you the floor because I don't believe you've done really any talking or on podcasts or interviews prior to or post the Arnold, and kind of take us through the last couple days leading up to the prejudging night show. And obviously, some people made the argument that Nick was a little flat on Friday, that you came back much fuller on Saturday, that if you were as full on Saturday as you were on Friday, you might have won the show. Obviously, I have my opinion I'll speak about later, but just kind of tell me what the mindset was going in and kind of your plan of attack, because I know what you were trying to bring to the table as far as your physique. I think you guys accomplished exactly what you wanted to bring as far as streamlining the physique. So why don't you tell everybody just the mindset, and then, also let them know like what was in your head right before they announced the winner, and then what went through your mind immediately after that. So just kind of just take us through that whole process, because I think everyone wants to know like what was going through your mind the last couple of days and then during the process.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously I'll start from, when me and Maria got there, we got in on a Sunday night. As soon as we landed, we got, our rental car, went to the food store, checked into the hotel, and then I trained late at night. But it was a pretty easy process. I usually base how the week's going to go based off the travel day. That was a pretty smooth process, except there was a lot of crying babies on the flight, so I didn't really get to nap much. But
the worst, by the way, fucking worst.
Worst. But other than that, it was very, very smooth. No hiccups or anything. So after Sunday, to send pics to Matt on Monday, because he got in on Monday night. And he was happy with the way I looked Monday. Of course, I was flat. I mean, we're not carbon up yet, but we were very conditioned, that Monday. So I already had the mindset, like I'm going to win. No one's going to out condition me.
As you talk, I'm going to go back in my phone, because I remember you were sending me pictures as the week went on. So as you talk, I want to pull up the pictures on just to look at as we're going to kind of see. I'm just going to send you a text so it just loads easier. So go ahead. I want to, as you talk and mention pictures, I want to look at what you're talking about for myself, because I have all these pictures from you.
Okay. Yeah. So, that was Monday. He was happy with the way I looked. So we actually, up the carbs a little bit on Monday, not drastically, but just a little bit. I trained. I don't. What did I train Monday? Back, I think it was. Um, and that day was fine. Tuesday I woke up a little bit lighter. I woke up harder, leaner. Not crazy flat. I don't really get crazy flat, but I was flat. So then he actually looked at me Tuesday morning because he was here. So we fed up. We fed up a little more on Tuesday.
Is that?
Yeah, yeah. And every day, it was just I was getting harder, getting leaner, getting drier.
Did you post this picture?
Yes.
This picture, when you sent this to me, I'm going to zoom in on this.
That's a game over picture to me.
I mean, that.
Yeah, I was very happy. That was very successful.
You sent me that, and I think I told you like goodbye. Like,
and you can look at that and see that's not really flat.
No. You know what it is? It's not that your whole body goes flat. Like when I go flat, my whole body would go completely flat. For you, it's weird. It's almost like only certain body parts go flat.
It's just certain body, yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like for me, my whole head to toe would go.
Like I do know, like my legs and chest will go flat first.
Yeah,
that I am aware of. But he would look at me in the mornings, post workout, and then like before last meal, and it was just like every time he looked at me, he was just like, "What the fuck, man?" Like, there's lines on you I've never seen before in my life. And me and him know that we always bring great condition, but we also knew for the Olympia, since we got back together only 12 weeks out, we did what we could. So we didn't have, that signature condition that we always had. And yeah, I was a lot fuller for the O, but we wanted to be dialed in.
Yeah.
And I think we, succeeded. And that was what I wanted. We suffered a lot harder for this Arnold, which I think is another resion why the loss was even more.
Yeah, me and you were talking. I remember you were like, "I'm fucking hurting, man."
Yeah. I even still got a little diet days. I'm not filled out
yet. What do you even weigh real quick? What do you weigh now?
I was 255 this morning.
What'd you weigh the day of the show?
248.
That's nothing.
Yeah, well, I put on about 20 pounds, but I lost a lot since I've been back. I cleaned it up.
People don't realize how fast you can gain water weight, pull back, and drop it all.
Yeah, it's you don't put fat on that fast. That's why I don't stress about it. It's like whatever, it's water.
Yeah, people like, oh my god.
So yeah, the morning of prejudging, I was 248. Thursday, we carved up a lot, man. Like I was eating more. I was eating probably about 500 grams of rice per meal. 30 grams of almond butter or 20 grams of the
2 tablespoons.
Butter. Yeah, and 80 to 100 grams of banana. Some meals had a muffin in them. We ate a good bit. So Friday. Here's the thing, and this is just my opinion on my physique. Sure, it was not the fullness that I had at the O, but I don't think I was that flat. I think it was enough fullness to really showcase my physique, as well as I was harder. I was just a lot drier. I had a lot more detail. And I was just overall leaner. And I just thought that was the better package to me.
So good.
But what a lot of people don't know after prejudging, we get back to the hotel. Matt looks at me real quick, checks my weight. He actually allowed me to drink more water going to bed than I actually did for the Olympia. So that was kind of nice because I had cotton mouth really bad.
Yeah,
and we also had like a really, 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 really big meal. Like I think that one was like
what? But after prejudging or before the prejudging?
After prejudging, before bed.
What'd you have?
I think it was like 600 grams of rice, 40 grams of almond butter. I want to say like 120 grams of beef.
Now, did you wake up fuller from that?
Done. Don't interrupt me.
I think you said, "Oh my god!" I thought you were going to say yes. Then you hit me with, "Don't interrupt me."
And then we had one muffin with that.
That's a
so. I eat it. I'm sitting there chilling. You know, Matt texts me probably a good half hour, 45 minutes later, and he goes, "How'd that meal sit?" I said, "It's good. I'm fine." And he goes, "Okay, good. Go to bed." So, you know, me and her, you know, we're watching. She brought her laptop, so we watched an episode of Power, but she never watched Power. So after that was over, I went to go lay in bed, and my stomach started to hurt so fucking bad,
I was waiting for it.
so bad. So it was like 11:30 at night. I want to say I got on the toilet and just diarrhea, bro, straight diarrhea, right? Like for a half hour. Like Maria thought I was throwing up, actually.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, is that diarrhea? I'm like, yeah.
That's
Well,
the
because it
worst.
was weird. Because so like I sat on the toilet, not to get like really in detail here, but it was solid, like poop, like coming out. So I'm
Just a
like, okay.
ton.
But yeah, but I'm like, this is good, it's solid. And then I got like a really sharp pain in my lower stomach. And I'm like, oh. But then I just pushed hard and it was just water.
Did you happen to eat like anything like a lot of like sugar free stuff?
No, you know, Matt might have think it was like more just the excitement, stress,
Yeah.
all the, you know, since I had a bigger meal, a little more
Yeah.
liquid, it kind of just all hit at once, you know. So then we woke up Saturday morning and I was a little lighter than what I was Friday morning.
Wow.
So Matt looked at me and he's like, "Well, you're actually not that flat as I thought you were going to be. Like you're okay." But he's like, "But we have to eat." So I said, "Okay."
How was your
So
stomach by the morning?
it was soft, but there was no like you know when I mean by soft, I mean like it was like kind of it was like weak, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, did you like still have pain in it or that was
No,
subsided
no
by then?
pain. It just felt like it'd been through some shit.
Uneasy. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's like,
Been through some shit.
it'd
No
been through
pun
some shit.
intended.
But he's like, we gotta eat today though. I said, "Oh, you know, let's do it." So every meal I had about 4 meals before finals.
Wow. Okay.
Every meal consisted of 500 grams of rice, 40 grams of almond butter, and a muffin.
It's a lot of food and no protein.
Very little, like 70 grams.
Yeah. Like
70
two
grams of
ounces.
beef. I'm sorry, let me put that 70 grams of beef. So then we get to backstage, and he goes, I want you to eat all the Chick-fil-A fries that you just got with the ketchup packets that I gave you. Okay, fine. He's like, how did you feel? Fine. Okay. About 15 minutes before prejudging, he goes, I want you to put the honey on the spoon, dump a lot of salt on it, take a swig of water, and you start pumping the fuck up. Okay. So finals, I was fine. We went out, did the routine. I come back, and he goes, you look great, bro. You filled out. He's like, now finish the other fries that I gave you and have a muffin. So I said, okay. And then we went out, you know, for I guess the overall comparisons. And I was
And you
full.
didn't sweat. I didn't even see a glisten of sweat on you.
No, bro. I don't sweat. That's the thing. We come ready. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we don't fuck around.
Yeah. Listen, man,
But luckily, my stomach got better throughout the day. So all that food, I was nervous
you're sucking
because
it
you know
up.
how your stomach goes through that. Now you're putting all this shit in
Well,
there.
and a lot of times that happens to somebody, and then you get nervous to eat. So you almost like don't eat enough to fill out, and then you end up being stringy on stage because you're flat and
Yeah.
dehydrated and you have no
But
glycogen in your muscle.
I think the good key was we gotta also understand 500 grams of rice is a lot over a long period.
That's Joe. How many cups is that? But that's the viewers don't know what a
And
lot
rice can sit. So, you know, after
let's share screen.
after doing that for I think 2 or 3 meals, I said let's just lower the rice and maybe add like an extra half muffin because muffins are dense and they sit really well with me. So that's just kind of what we did.
Yep.
Nick, do you even eat that amount of rice in the off season?
No, I don't need to.
Right. That's how much rice.
I always eat more going into peak week than I do my entire off season.
Here. 500
My
grams.
metabolism just moves at that point.
grams. How many cups is 500 grams of?
How many carbs?
I'm gonna say 4.
It's got to be almost 200 grams of carbs, right?
It's almost 3 cups or 500 grams.
Oh, 2.7 cup.
Yeah, but hold on. How many cups? 500 grams. Doesn't seem right.
No.
Here we go. Yeah, it says 2.7, about 2.6.
Oh, okay.
That's still 3 cups of rice, bro. It's a lot of fucking rice, man. That's insane.
Yeah.
I want to go. I want people to see that maybe haven't seen this.
But I mean, I liked my look better at this Arnold than the Olympia. I thought my stomach looked better. I thought the lines were better. The lines were crispier, cleaner. I just think overall my physique was better.
I was super impressed when you walked out. Joe was sitting next to me, Logan Franklin. Who else? Milos was at the other end cheering for Samson, but Regan was there. It was crazy, bro. We thought you looked absolutely insane. You walked out and my mouth absolutely just hit the floor. I looked at Joe and went, holy shit. I'm like, he looks fucking incredible.
Yeah,
And,
it's I'd be lying if I said, taking second at the show didn't hurt, It definitely fucked with me for sure.
I can't figure this out. What the fuck's going on with this thing? There we go. Search.
All right, we're doing a podcast. Learn to work the internet.
It's the old laptop.
You are slower than slow.
I want listen. I want people to see the pictures of Nick.
Show that front double, dude. Like, I just think that's a crazy shot.
It's just, yeah. I mean,
I don't care. I look thick as fuck, bro. Like
right here, you looked. I mean, was this at night?
Oh, I don't know when this was, but
well, look at the trunks. Did you wear the same color trunks both times?
Yes.
Oh,
but I think my sweeps here look fine.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man.
Let's see. I mean, this is wild.
Merry Christmas, bitch.
I mean, you look fucking Nick. I mean, and that's the thing. It's you look now. Here's a question that a lot of people have asked me too, and it's a question that I couldn't answer either. When you hit this was what the impressive one to me was. This one right here. This was
oh, that was in the morning.
That was in the morning. That was in the morning. Yeah, because then I think there was one here. Where's the one that was at night? Okay, so this right here. Okay. A lot of people that were asking me why you put your hand so low in that most muscular. And I actually said I couldn't. Yeah. I go, you know what? That's a good question. I couldn't even answer it.
I can't answer it neither.
I'm saying, is it like, did Matt or somebody be like, hey, put your hands there? It's lower.
No, just put them in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, I mean, look at this waist. And this was how many days after? 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. I mean, dude, you look insane, bro. I mean, you couldn't have hit it any better, in my opinion. And it was awesome to be a part of and to watch the whole thing. So
overall it was, a fun show. So
it was awesome, and listen, I was super proud of you. I mean, when you were out there posing, it was like I was right there, man. You came out, and it's what's awesome to see is how close I am to you as a friend. But when you came out on stage, man, like to see all the people around and how like everybody was fucking going wild for you, like that to me is more valuable than any win.
I agree. Hearing everyone go crazy in the audience that feeling never gets old.
No.
It is an incredible feeling for sure.
So standing there, they come out, Andrew gets third, you're sitting there. What are you thinking? So you were like, I got it. I got this.
I did. I was like, I got this in the bag.
And then they call Samson.
And, well, they called me first for a
Well, yeah,
second.
yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
And
Like,
when I heard that, I was just like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Because I'm with you when I think, when there's a champ here, you got to take out the
Take him
champ.
out. I said it last night on the other
And I
podcast.
don't think, and listen, Samson looked incredible. Hats off to Samson, but he didn't take me out.
So we had that discussion last night on Bro Chat, and that's exactly what I said. I said, I've always been under the assumption that in order to take out a champion, you really have to knock him out. And, I don't think there was any really knockout punches that were thrown.
No.
But it was fucking, I honestly, and then, and I think you said it earlier, as well. I think if Andrew won, nobody would have barked either.
No.
And it's what would have made more sense was having Andrew and Samson side by side because they're closer in physiques.
Yeah, I agree.
So I was under the assumption that you were either going to be first or third. I didn't think they were going to put you in between those two.
After prejudging, I said that to Maria. I said, look, depending how this is going to go, I'm first or I'm third.
Yeah. I didn't, the second was not. So when they called Andrew for third,
I was like, I won.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought too. That's exactly what I thought.
I already had my hopes high. I'm like, oh my God, I just won this shit.
Yep.
Then they said, second place, Nick Walker. And I was just like,
yeah.
What? It hurt.
Now tell people what goes on in your head after that moment, because I've been in those places where I've been called second place, and there were times at the Olympia I thought I should have placed way higher than I did, and I've came off the stage and have fucking said I was done and quit and retired so many fucking times, and had Flex or Jose talk me off a ledge or go back to my room and throw shit and just break down, fucking go in the shower and shut the door so nobody can fucking hear me and just stay like. What, like, people don't realize when you put 16 weeks or however many weeks or fucking 28 years into a final moment when you don't get, and listen, there can be only one champion, and that's what sucks. Like, only one person can be glorified and gratified with winning a show, and that's just how it is. And that was, I think, one thing that Cedric McMillan had a very hard time dealing with, was everybody going through the process and only one person being crowned the champion and being in the spotlight. But as a competitor, as an athlete, that's what you want. You want to win. You want to take everybody out. You want to take out the competition. You want to be the Super Bowl champ, the MVP, the fucking boss of all bosses.
Yeah.
That night you weren't. What went through your mind?
I mean, it was a hard pill to swallow, because not wanting to even do the Arnold, to start, and then they up the prize money, and they're like, hey, we want you to do it, so you're like, okay, I gotta flip the switch back. This is a big deal. That was rough because I snapped out of it. Me and Maria, we were enjoying life a little bit, having fun, and then it's like, well, I gotta go back into game mode here. And like we talked about on one of the other podcasts, I thought it was going to be a breeze. I really did. Ended up being probably one of the hardest preps I've ever done in a short amount of time. And knowing I already won this show and seeing how much the prize money raised, this show meant more to me at this moment more than it did than the Olympia.
Yeah.
Because at the Olympia, I didn't win it yet, right? I did first. I took fifth at my first one. So, yes, my expectation for myself was to be better, which, I conquered that. But I didn't put or have that pressure on me the way I did for the Arnold, because like I said, I already won it. So it's like, I need to do this again. I want to be a two-time Arnold Classic champ. And knowing comparing pictures of my Arnold look to the Olympia look, I believe, in my own opinion, I progressed so much. Sure, like, yeah, we can argue I didn't have the fullness of the O, but everything else was like surpassed,
Yeah.
like crazy. And I was still full,
Yeah, you like from what I mean. Obviously, I was going off pictures. I wasn't there Friday. Saturday night, you again, like you did the wowed me. You came out and I said, "Holy fuck!" Like, D looks crazy. But as biased as I am, because you're one of my closest friends, it's hard for me to say, well, he smoked everybody on Friday because I wasn't there. But
Right.
based off the pictures that I saw, the live stream that I watched, I thought you were a clear first for me. And I was sitting there and watching you from a distance, and I even got a little closer. I was sitting literally, I think the first or second row from the stage. If you were looking at the stage to the left, so I was seeing things that not a lot of people could see. I mean, you were fucking diced. I mean, I thought your level of conditioning was far superior than maybe your flatness of quads or chest. I didn't think anybody surpassed you that much with the fullness where because your conditioning was so, in my opinion, was so much above everybody else's. But
I know that when it comes to bodybuilding, you have to judge everything.
Yes,
and I understand it. But when you're that peeled,
yeah,
you're that dry, you're that hard, and you're still pretty full, I just don't see how you can double take it. Like,
does that make you second guess, or not second guess, or change your trajectory going into the, like, obviously the next show you're going to do is going to be the Olympia.
Yeah.
So what physique do you want to bring? Because they said they obviously like the O physique. You like this physique. So would it be a combo of the two?
If they wanted the fullness, right? I think if I was fuller with that condition, then it's really a no-brainer. So going into the Olympia, the goal is, for me, I'm going to be honest, is to be even more peeled than what I was at the Arnold, but make sure we're full as a shitbrick house.
Do you think the fullness issue,
whatever it means, whatever that takes, it is what it is. I'm a fan of condition. I'm a fan of detail.
Me too.
I'm a fan of graininess. And listen, I get Samson has better shape than me, and that's fine. He's a lot taller. But my shape is there. Like, I have good shape.
That's what people forget. And I'm going to cut you off here.
I improved my shape drastically over the years, but I've improved it drastically since the Olympia.
You had a much uglier shape as an amateur.
Fucking hideous, bro.
Your shape as an amateur was much uglier than it is now, because everything that was ugly on your physique came up, and bringing it up, you changed the composition of it and it looks much better. And you actually look a lot more symmetrical and aesthetic than you did as an amateur, getting bigger, which is weird to say, because a lot of times when you get bigger, the symmetry and the aesthetics loses itself, and you gained it, in my opinion. I said it.
And I think that's what, makes it a little harder for me is I do feel that the judging criteria is turning a little bit more toward the aesthetic feel. So I made that a priority. And I thought I succeeded very well. But if, they want a fuller, I can bring full. That's fine.
Do you think getting sick or having that stomach issue, or this is just me asking questions that I didn't know?
No, I don't, because I came back to the show fuller, right?
Yep.
So I don't think if anything, it probably helped me just get drier.
Yeah. Yep. Because you weren't really sick. It could have just, if it was nerves, then it's not that big of a deal.
Maria and Matt, it probably was the hype. Because that was a very. I mean, at the end of the day,
I
this
know.
was the most
I know.
competitive and
Yeah.
years history right now. You know, I didn't honestly. I didn't even expect Andrew to be as good as he was. You know, when he got naked to put pump up in 10, I was like, okay,
Came to play.
he came ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Aceto knows what he's doing. I just think it
And
was Aceto.
I also want to. I'm very happy for Andrew. Andrew is probably one of the nicest, funniest guys I know, and to see him work his ass off and to actually see it pay off, I was very happy for him.
I think him going with Chris Lewis and Chris Aceto, it's like, Chris cubed or Chris squared,
Yeah.
not cubed.
You know what? Let me tell you something, man. And this is my honest opinion. The moment he improves, whatever the weak points that everyone says he has, he ain't gonna lose.
I've said
Nobody is gonna beat him.
People think I'm hard on Andrew, and I'm not. This is the thing. I'm not hard. I'm honest. I think Andrew looked tremendous. I actually thought Andrew improved more even in the front. I just from the back to me, he just needs to figure that out.
Andrew's front lot, Andrew's Evan thigh. No, bro.
Crazy.
No.
Crazy.
Like it's insane.
Yeah.
And to be a person right next to it.
Gigantic.
Fuck. What's funny is me and him were for prejudging M finals, because we were next to each other posing. We were obviously no one could see, but we were talking shit back and
really?
forth.
That's awesome. That makes it fun.
It does, because I know I can do that with him, and he knows it's a joke, and vice versa. You know?
Yep.
Even when we are on stage.
Yeah.
We know it's just for the fun,
Yep. I think Andrew looked phenomenal. Chris Aceto, I was in his hotel room. He took a look at Joe a couple times, but he was showing me updates of Andrew, and Andrew looked great. I mean, crazy. But for me, he just needs to. Fuad and some of the guys were like, "Oh, his hams were glutes were peeled." Now, from the pictures that I saw and being there,
they were better than the O.
Yeah, no. It's not that they weren't better. That's not my argument. Is when you go against somebody that has striations in their glutes like you, your condition just needs to be a little better from the back in order for you to just catapult it up a little bit. That's all. And that's the only thing. It's my only critique I've said about the guy. His ham and glutes just got to get a little tighter. And it's not that it's a ham and glute show. It's just
so the fact that he's aware of what he needs to work on just makes it more dangerous.
100%. Because that means he understands constructive criticism and he doesn't take umbrage to it.
As well. He's been a pro for a year, bro.
I know he's a baby. And how old is he?
Pro last year at the Arnold.
And he's what, 37, 38?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And 1 year later, he's taking third in the Open Arnold.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that's like put on a Superman cape and just fucking took off, man. It's insanity. So what about after the show and everything? What'd you guys do? I know mom and dad were there. I was texting your mom.
I ate my ass off.
What'd you eat? Cheesecake?
Everything. No, we didn't go there because it was closed, bro. It was late.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was late as shit.
So we actually went to this burger spot. It was called Alley Burgers.
Okay.
Unfortunately, for some reason, we had to wait like over an hour to get our food.
Wow.
But it was well worth it.
Really?
These burgers were phenomenal.
Alley's Burger Spot.
Yeah, it was like literally in an alley too, which was funny.
Really?
But it was phenomenal. Like literally phenomenal. So we ate all that. But right after the show, I was eating cookies, some Reese cups. Sean Clarita gave me a honey bun.
No, he didn't. I gave Sean Clarita the bag of honey buns.
I don't give a fuck what you did. Sean gave me.
Those honey buns wouldn't make the. Huh?
I know he got them from you. So, and then I was eating Pop-Tarts. And I was eating a bunch of cereal.
I'm not a Pop-Tart guy.
Neither is Maria. I love Pop-Tarts.
I could. And if it's a Pop-Tart, it's got to be fruit. Like the brown sugar ones, it's like they're disgusting.
Strawberry all day.
Yeah. Strawberry, raspberry, blueberry. They're good.
So like during the week while we were there, me and Maria went to Walmart because I needed a fan. I don't sleep without a fan. I need a fan. So
I have a travel fan, by the way, that I bring with me everywhere for that reason.
I'm
It's a
gonna need
travel fan. It's this big and it will blow your fucking hair off.
that. Do you get off Amazon?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Send me the link.
It's phenomenal and it's loud and it makes the sound like
That's good. I take it down more than anything that helps me now.
yes.
But so we get there and we're getting like just some stuff that we need, like some water, rice, things of that nature. And then we venture, into the bakery, this candy. And there was this new cereal. It was strawberry milkshake frosted flakes. Let me tell you something. I think frosted flakes is my favorite cereal now.
Are they that
I just
good?
love all flavors of frosted flakes, whether it's the regular chocolate, cinnamon, the banana. So
I'm a Fruity Pebble guy.
the Fruity Pebbles is good, but so it was just phenomenal. I couldn't stop eating it, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
We got to look for that this week. Like we're a gay couple. We got to look for the cereal. So you said something, and I wasn't gonna ask Joe to talk, but you mentioned you picked up a fan. Joe, you gotta tell him the story. Yeah, but it's not because it was something that I did in the moment about leading up to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so because we're talking about box, so we get to the hotel. Joe booked the DoubleTree. It was the old Host Hotel.
Yeah.
We get there and we check in. It was like Tuesday we got there, and Tuesday and Wednesday were very hot in Columbus. It was like 75 degrees.
Very warm. Yeah.
Yes. So I lower the fucking heat in there, or like the air, as soon as I get into the room. Wait a couple hours, and the room is roasting, bro. So I go downstairs. I'm like, hey guys, you got to check out the fucking the AC. My AC unit's not working. It's like cranking out heat, and they go, oh, we don't have AC. And I go, what? They're like, yeah, this hotel verbatim is not set up like that. The switch isn't turned on for the AC, so it only is going to shoot out hot air. So you're just shooting out hot air just on the lowest setting. And I go, well, that's a little ridiculous. Guys, you can't be snoring during the podcast. My fucking dogs. They're bad. They're fucking out like a light. Look at them. Fucking zonked out, sleeping on each other. Just
Nap
snoring.
time.
So I'm like, you guys got to be kidding me. I go, nowhere on the website does it say, like, I go, I gotta be able to like temperature control my room. Like, this is insanity.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's nothing we can do besides give you box fans. So they gave me 2 box fans. Now me and Joe have adjoining rooms. Like I'm 410, he's 408. Like we're side by side. So we both get some box fans, and dude, it's so fucking hot, bro. I mean, not only that, like they didn't come for room service once. Like the fucking hot water went on Friday night. We had no hot water Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. Like it was just building up. So when was it? Was it Saturday getting ready for the expo? Yeah, right. So I'll it's here. I'm gonna let Joe tell you this because this is fucking hilarious. Here, just turn this around.
So Nick, you know him enough to know that like when he's at a point, like to break, it's like it's a fine fucking line. Like
Yep.
It doesn't take much, and it all comes roaring out at once.
When guy's done, guy's done.
Done. Like I'm with him a lot, and I know when it's coming, and sometimes I push it and make it come out, but other times someone else does. But so by this point, like it's Saturday, he was training with me from Tuesday through my show, was up at 5 a.m. looking at me.
Yeah.
Then didn't stop all day, right? Because he was signing autographs, doing shit. Like he didn't sleep. And then plus he couldn't sleep because of the heat issue. So he was running on like from Tuesday to this point, probably like maybe double-digit sleep numbers, like maybe 10 hours. And that's not joking. So we all, what everyone would do, that like his videographer was there, our buddies from the gym were there. We would all gather in Guy's room, and then we'd all go down and take an XL Uber out, right? So he was on his last straw this morning, and one of the girls that we train with and her boyfriend walk in the door, and she goes, man, it's hot in here. And he fucking explodes. So we've got a suite, so like pretend like that's the bedrooms and stuff like that. I'm sitting in the living room with everyone else. He disappears like out of sight, and then all we see is him come back with a box fan in his hands and chucks it into the door jamb, and it explodes in 5 million pieces everywhere. And he's like, fuck this place, I fucking had it. It was the most like
it was way more dramatic than that though.
Yeah, like like it's dude, it was just out of control.
I would have been the same way. Fuck that.
Nick, but it was put like this. It was so bad, okay, that
if that was me, I would have looked at Maria and be like, we need to go to another hotel.
There was nothing else. There was nowhere else to go. Everything was booked. We were fucked. So the rooms were $1,300 from Tuesday until Sunday morning. Okay. We paid. I was like, I'm not paying you guys a fucking dime. Like there's no chance I'm paying for that kind of service. Like, what did I pay for? I was so fucking pissed off, bro. I was exhausted. I had some little fucking, I'm not going to say who, because I promised, but I had some little punk fucking TikToker try to get in my face at the fucking booth, dude. Bro, you gotta tell me who. I'll tell you on the side, but I actually had the person who it was, him and the guy that did it. I talked to them on the phone, and and I'm going to say this to anybody listening, and we'll get back to the Arnold stuff, but I said this to the kid on the fucking phone, because he tried to come up to me and provoke me and get me to react and do something stupid, and I didn't do anything stupid, but what he said in front of people and on the camera was very disrespectful, to the point where obviously the video is not getting posted because they know how bad it was.
Was said or not?
No. And this is what I told the kid. I said, listen, man, you have to understand something about certain people. I said, I'm not an influencer at all. I said, I'm a professional bodybuilder. I go, not only that, I said, you're coming up trying to get views and likes and trying to provoke people to do something really stupid. I said, you're going to get very hurt. And this is why. I said, you don't know what I've been through or other people that been through that you're coming up to. I said, and you don't know. I said, I lost my best friend last year. I said, I lost my trainer. I said, I lost other friends along the way in the past 3 years. I go, and you don't know the anger that I have built up inside of me. I said, if I would have grabbed a hold of you, I said, I would have really fucking severely hurt you. And then I would have been thrown in jail for defending, in my case, what I thought I should have defended by what you said to me. And it would have been on me because you had a premeditated agenda to come fuck with me. I said, that's not okay. And I was very stern because I was very pissed off because what he said wasn't something that you, even when you're trying to provoke somebody in public, should say around women or children. I'll leave it. I'll tell you after this, but it was beyond what anybody should ever say to somebody when they're trying to get a reaction. Because in my eyes, as a man, if I didn't hit him, I like in my head, I still think that guy should have got knocked out for what he said. It was that disrespectful. And I think I would have been justified in every way. And I didn't. So that happened. So like, it was just one thing after another. And I had an appearance on Thursday. It was just a lot of things. And just, dude, when you don't sleep, bro, and you got to be on all day. Like, that's why I don't agree. I don't think you guys should have to go to a booth the day before a show, like, or do a meet and greet the day before a show. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, if you like, it's exhausting to do when you're able to eat and drink and do whatever the fuck you want. And I've been on both sides of it, and it sucks to do it a day out.
You know what I also think, and I don't know if I'll get shit for this, but I will say before I even say it, I understand why they do this. I really think, being a competitor, and I'm sure a lot will agree, the show should be one day, bro.
I know.
Just one day.
I know.
2-day shows are very harsh on a person.
Yep. On the body.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And like I said, I get why they do it.
Yeah.
But realistically, like, it's hard. It really is. And I think, not that they would have changed the outcome by any means, but as a competitor, I think a 1 day show, morning, prejudging, finals at night, that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Do you think it's like that just because of how many classes there are? Or do you think that they should just do these classes on Friday and these classes on Saturday?
I do. Like, I think, they can split it however they want. I mean, but I think bodybuilding should be Saturday.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that's fine. You could even make classic on Friday.
Yeah.
I do think classic is a very, very popular category now.
Yes.
So, and obviously everyone wants to see the freaks, right? So you put classic on 1 day.
Yep.
And then bodybuilding on the other.
Yep. I mean, and if they did that, actually, they could probably add back they don't have 212 anymore. I mean, if people will make
some of these 212s, in my opinion, I think 212 is becoming very competitive again.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not seeing the classes at shows where they should. I think the 212 needs more love, because I think the 212 is a great class in itself. And I think the 212 also breeds freak bodybuilders like Derek Lunsford, like a Sean Clarita, like a Hadi Chopin.
Start. Obviously a lot of them stay. But I do think 212 is, I like the category.
It's where I lived and breathed for 10
and
years.
I think it because I look at some of these guys and I'm like, how the fuck are you 212?
I know, dude. It's crazy. Some of these guys are fucking freaks, man. They're anomalies. Dude, Sean Clarita just took 5th to Ramy at a fucking Arnold Classic. And that's insane.
Arguably was beating him Friday night, bro.
I know. And I know Sean's going to roll his eyes when I say it, but
was insane even for me to watch on the sideline.
I know. It's crazy.
I was like, oh my God.
Sean's just not as big, and Sean's gonna be like, but that's just, and Ramy was on too, and that made it hard because Ramy wasn't off, in my opinion. I thought Ramy looked great.
I do.
Great.
I was like, oh shit, Ramy improved.
Yeah, he really did. Which honestly, I'll be the first one to say I didn't think he was gonna improve the way he did. I thought he was ridiculously out of his mind for even trying to attempt coming back to the Arnold right after the showing at the Olympia. I thought he was going to take a year off, try to reevaluate, come back better, but no, he was like, fuck this, I'm coming in, which is, listen, kudos to I've always been a fan of Ramy as a person, so kudos to him saying fuck everybody, I'm doing it my way, and he did it, and he shut a lot of people up, regardless of where he placed. I think a lot of people can look at it and say they didn't think Ramy place where he should have been higher. So, you can make that argument too.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree.
Now, today, which I'm bouncing around because I just looked down and saw him. I saw me and you were at a similar place, but in separate areas.
Similar, yeah.
Well, you were at, wasn't it the same place?
No, because he doesn't have one in Vegas yet, but he's.
It's the one that he has a big one in Orlando.
Yeah.
But you were just shopping around for some fresh kicks.
Yeah.
So you actually also know this gentleman, and I believe kind of introduced us, but Nick Trigilli, I believe Jay Cutler, and I got in touch with the guy Johnny Mack, who is him and his brother Wayne are the owners of Impossible Kicks, and I believe they have 17 stores in the country, and they're supposed to have 25 by the end of this year. And
I just talked to him today. That he just got approved for his Vegas spot, so they'll be starting to work on that now, which I'm excited for.
That's awesome. And I didn't know Johnny that well. We talked a little bit, and it's cool to have a guy like Johnny that is very passionate about bodybuilding and wants to get back to the bodybuilders. And he was like, listen, man, he's like, I just love bodybuilding. He goes, and cool shoes and sneakerheads and bodybuilding like goes together. Like a lot of bodybuilders are sneakerheads. And he's like, you guys should be able to fucking, get cool shit. So like, I'm going to take care of you. So I walked into the store today and I want to show you what I picked up.
What'd you get, bro?
Because I think, are you a fan of ones?
Yes.
I know Jay is. Okay, so I'm not a fan of ones. I'm not.
My favorite Jordans are probably 1s and 3s.
Okay, so 3s, I love 3s, 4s, 10s.
I like 3s just because they're comfortable for my fat feet.
Yes, they're the best. I like 4s a lot, but I don't like the little fishtail in the back because it cuts my fucking Achilles. So I got a pair of 1s today. My first pair of 1s ever. I am. So I got the Lost and Founds. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a good pair.
I just got a good solid OG pair. OG pair of the fucking. Okay. These are fucking fresh. So I'm gonna rock these. Okay. These are so what I'm gonna start to do is I have a lot of Jordans from like years ago that are on ice, never been worn. So I'll probably recycle those and like maybe sell some of those off and put some of the newer stock back in the closet. But these ones, I got two.
You got another pair?
Yeah, I got 2 pairs.
Let's see. Oh, you balling now. What the fuck is that? That's a big box, my friend.
I got the SB.
Oh,
Look
at you, big baller.
Yeah, boy. Look at those.
Those are fresh as fuck.
Like that?
I like them a lot.
Yeah. So it was these, or what'd she say?
She said, "What are those from Red Lobster?"
And they come with this like teddy bear.
You got a teddy bear?
Oh,
We were looking at it, man.
But I don't even know what the teddy bear looks like, so I kept it. I'm just gonna keep that in there. But it was actually, believe it or not, it was between these or the Travis Scott Phantoms, and I was gonna be like, just send me the Travis Scott Phantoms.
Those right?
they're all black, yeah.
Leather Phantoms?
They're all black. They almost look like a sweatpant material.
Yeah, I have
They're
them.
low top. Those are fucking fire.
I have them.
And I think I'm gonna get those next month. So for now,
so I was actually, I took, after the shows, I like to treat Maria to whatever she wants. So I got her a pair of Yeezy flip flops.
fucking slides are awesome.
Dunks. And I actually got the same matching pair because I wanted the pair of Dunks too. But I was actually going to buy a pair of J's. And I'm like, I saw these Yeezys that I really liked. So I ended up buying these Yeezys. Bro, I don't think I'm ever going to buy a pair of Jordans again.
Which ones? With the ones on your story? The blue ones?
Yeah.
Let me see them. You got them on you?
I can get
Yeah, Maria's going to get them.
Show
These
me
are
the ones. Show me the
I'm
Phantoms. Tell her to bring the Phantoms too. I want to show those.
Over there too. I'm all about comfort. And these Yeezys, bro.
Which ones are they? What are they called?
I forget, but I'll show them to you. The Yeezys are so comfortable. It's like fucking.
The Yeezy slides are great.
I'm like, well, let's be honest, bro. Jordans are great, but they're not the most comfortable shoe.
Yeah, the problem is that he's a douchebag.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that, brother. These ones,
Yeah, huh?
so comfy, bro. You need to get a pair.
Get out of here. Are they really?
They're 700s.
Yeah.
Said these are the 700s.
Huh. Let me see the front. Like turn them the other way. Really? They're that comfy?
I promise on everything I love.
Do you love me?
Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I promise on my relationship with Maria.
Wow, Maria, he's fucking throwing it out there. Those ones, bro. Those are fucking straight fire. I absolutely fucking love those. Love those. Those are from fucking Johnny Impossible Kicks. Those are sick.
He sent me these.
Yeah, those are insanity. Yeah, impossiblekicks.com. Feel free to use promo code, I don't know, guy20. I don't even know if I have the promo code yet. What's your code? Mutant. Mutant. Yeah, well, there you go.
Johnny Mac,
Maria, what'd you get? Let me see your slides.
go show the slides.
Slide, slip of the slide.
I was gonna get a pair of them too, but then I'm like, I really like these shoes.
You could have got them fucking. You could have bought the whole store.
Probably. I'm not trying to go broke on shoes yet, though.
So I actually have a real estate agent, realtor coming to my house tomorrow. Let me see. Look at how it's like walking on a cloud.
Free toes.
Look at those manicured toes.
Yeah, they're so comfortable.
Yeah, they're legit. They're absolutely legit. I have one pair. That's it. The fuck was I just saying?
I don't know. You said something about a realtor.
Oh, so I have a realtor coming tomorrow. Completely off topic. I'm trying to get like an idea of what I can get for my house. If I can get a decent number for my house,
really,
I might up, scoop, boot, and doo and just I don't know. I'm gonna keep something in Jersey.
You're just gonna leave Joe like that?
No. I'm gonna keep something in Jersey. I'm gonna keep something in Jersey. I just want to have something else, bro. I just do. I want to have another place I can go.
What's funny is I was just telling Maria, I'm gonna get rid of my place in Tampa, but I think I want to like get something in Florida though.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like I want something in Jersey and I want something in Texas. Now, if I sell this for top dollar, I don't have to move to Texas right away. I could always get something here and buy something smaller in Texas, and go to make Texas my place where I bounce.
This would be where I live, but Florida would be like,
where you vacation. Yeah. So, and I think for me, it's hard, man, because I have so much in Jersey, but I love Texas. Like I just like being there. I enjoy it.
Maria wants to visit Texas. I want to take her there.
You can move there when I'm there.
When do you plan on moving?
It's hard, man. I've been having Texas on my mind for. Huh?
Do you have like an ETA on when you want to leave, or not really yet?
I would like to leave within the year. If I'm going to make the move, I'd like to be this year.
Okay.
It's just for business wise. Dude, it's very expensive to live in Jersey, bro. It's much cheaper to live in Florida and Vegas. And
I'll tell you right now, like I miss Jersey. It's home, but I would never live there again.
Yeah. What did you say?
It's just too expensive.
Yeah.
It's really just too expensive.
Oh, and speaking of I'm coming home. You're coming home next weekend.
Yeah.
What's that? What is that? That's the 17th. We have the Aries event. When? That's
Saturday.
That's Saturday the 18th.
Yeah.
And then we're supposed to, if you wanted to, I know that night, but Brother Bruno's wanted us to stop by and do a little something for him and go to that pizza spot
on Saturday.
Huh?
I'm not doing that on Saturday.
No. I'm not talking about a different day where you're here. I don't know how long you're here for.
It's not going to be a long trip. Bro.
Well, you better make it a little longer. Spend some time with me, bro.
The following weekend, we're driving up to Utah for a few days for my guest.
You guys going on vacation? You go a little earlier?
No.
For the guest poser, I'm saying to spend some time there.
Oh, we're gonna go a few days early, just kind of chill, relax, and then.
What part of Arizona?
I didn't say Arizona. I said Utah.
Utah. What part of Utah?
I don't know.
How far is that drive from? So you're in, but being in Vegas, you're in a good spot because you could drive to Utah, Arizona, Cali, all within a couple hours of each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
So is this the first time you're driving out from living? Like you haven't driven to Cali, right? Since you've been there?
Because, we're going to take the dog with us too.
Yeah. Are both of them there or still just the one?
Still there's just the one. When we go back to Florida in April, we'll get Thor then.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So for those that are in the area, we have an appearance on the 18th at Aries Nutrition in New Jersey. So be on the lookout. I'm sure me and Nick will be posting about that constantly. Huh?
You're going to be there?
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
Why?
He asked me to show up. I always go to those things, bro. Especially if you're. It's an HD event, but I listen. I always listen. I promote small businesses, Pat's a good
I
dude.
love it.
I told Pat I would be there and promote it and support him. So, yeah, I'm with Blackstone Labs, but he's a small business. He carries Blackstone Labs.
No, you were
I know,
gonna be.
yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to show up. Yeah, of course,
You
man.
bring Joe.
Yeah, Joe's going to come. He's
I want to
fucking.
meet Joe.
Because we're going out Saturday night, right? To eat. You're coming, right? According to Joe.
Well, he's doing like a whole lifting thing after the event, so probably after that.
Yeah. It's at what time's the dinner reservations? 8:00.
Oh, well,
it's down there. It's down in the butcher block, right?
Where's it at?
Butcher block.
Yeah, no shit. I heard it. I said, "Where's it at?"
Yo, better eat a motherfucking Snickers. It's in Long Branch.
That's not where the event is, you dickhead.
It's south. I'm saying it's South Jersey.
Oh,
how far?
You're hey, where you are?
No, it's south. No, it's south. It's South Jersey. South.
Long Branch is more like north, bro.
No, bro. It's fucking an hour south of me.
Long Branch is like an hour and a half from me.
Where? Wait.
It's from South Jersey.
Oh, well, you're from like Wildwood, right? Like down fucking there.
That's like an hour and a half. I'm by Atlantic City.
So he's.
I'm way south.
Yeah, bro. But that's not where the event is.
The event is at the
Yeah, it's not an AC.
No shit. I said I'm by AC. I said I'm not in AC. Do you listen? Is the old age catching your fucking ears hard, bro?
Yo, listen, I'm tired, man. You know how much fucking jet lag and I have. I was in Wales, Florida, and then Ohio.
The event is because it's where I used to train with Jeff Long.
It's like near Robbinsville. Isn't that like
close? Bro, the event is near me, bro, in Jersey.
It's not at Aries.
It is. Do you know how many Aries fucking stores he has?
Yeah, but there's two down there near there. There's only two. He only has two down. Mount Laurel. Yes. And I think the other one's where? There's one in Mount Laurel and one in Hamilton. There's one up here by me, like near Edison.
There is that one, but he doesn't really do much with that one, I don't think.
No, but he's there quite often.
Then there's the Mount Laurel one, and then he just opened one in Washington Township, I believe.
Yeah, so again, down there a little bit. So
the one in Mount Laurel is like 30 minutes from where my mom lives.
Okay. I was thinking the Hamilton location.
No.
Okay, so it's the Mount Laurel.
Do it there, but that's fine.
Well, he's got where was the one that we went to with Fuad and all them? That was what location was that? Mount Laurel. Yep. Okay. So yeah, I mean he puts on great events. Yeah. It's an HD event, but I'm gonna show up and show support. You're gonna be there. It's gonna be a good time. So I can't wait to see everybody.
That's dope. Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, dude, bro. I haven't seen you, bro. It was hard for me to see you at the Arnold because you were busy. You had your obligations. I was running around. We kept missing each other. In between me helping Joe, tanning, this and that, and you during your thing. I try to let you be. But overall, what's next as far as obviously we know the guest posings, but are we like, what do you do after this? Now that this was the final show of the year, you shut it down for a little bit. Do you stop training? Do you just kind of like come off of PCT for a while? Do you catch a rebound? Like, what does Nick Walker do after the year is finally all said and done?
Nick Walker gets ready for redemption. And that starts.
Right. So the goal is.
Listen, people need to understand. Like, yeah, I'm not going to lie. Maria will tell you firsthand. I'm down in the dumps, bro. I'm not taking this loss lightly. And I'll say it out loud. I don't think I lost. And I won't think I lost for the rest of my life. I'll take that to the grave. But when I lose, you fucked up. Because it ain't going to happen again.
So is the prediction for the O instead of being top 3 going, we coming for the W?
W, 400K, mine.
Calling it now?
Olympia Sandow is going to be in my Vegas house.
Well, can you bring it to Jersey once so I can at least say it was in Jersey one time? Can you bring it to Jersey just one time? So I think it was in Jersey at one point.
I'll travel that. I'll bring that bitch with me to every event I have. After.
You'll tie that around your neck with a big chain.
Yeah, that'll be mine.
Well, I can say this. I think that Arnold did a lot of things for a lot of people. I think it opened a lot of people's eyes. Um, I think it shocked a lot of people. I think it made a very crazy storyline for the Olympia as to what's going to happen. And I think and I put this on the back of the shirt last year. And I'll say it right now. I think they poked the wrong fucking bear in the wrong fucking cage. And I think come the I think the wow factor is going to be gravely improved from what it was. And I know there's big talks of Derek, and there's talks of who looks like what and Hottie and this and that, but I really think that with who you are as a person, and the work ethic that you have, the determination and dedication you've shown rigorously throughout your career, I think it's going to be crazy to watch the package that you bring. Especially you had two different packages. You streamlined one, full as a house, fucking crazy wow factor at the other one. And I think you Optimus Prime those bitches and put it together. I think that's going to be a very dangerous package that I don't think anybody ever thought you could bring your waist in and streamline the physique and grow the areas and improve the areas and recomp the areas like you did. So I think it's going to be great to see. Now, not taken away from any of those other competitors, because listen, it was close in the fact that there was different bodies up there, and it really was a case of the apples and oranges. And since Samson came up on the scene, he's my dark horse. He's an amazing fucking bodybuilder, and watching somebody like him too, with a story like he has, where he was in the hotel room quarantined for 2 weeks, like getting ready for the last show, doing cardio in place, running. I mean, he just has a relentless pursuit to just be a great bodybuilder. And that's phenomenal to watch in that storyline in itself too.
I admire that about us because he's hungry, and I admire anyone that's willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to win. He's one of them.
Yep.
And I think, people, I don't want people, I've read a couple of people think I'm being bitter or a sort of loser. That's not the case, man. I'm very,
you're allowed to be angry when you lose. You're allowed to. People understand that.
Yeah. I'm just very competitive, and, I'm deep down very happy for Samson. I love Samson. I think Samson's a great guy. He's very humble, very respectful, and very hardworking. And I admire that. But at the end of the day, this is a competition, man. Yeah. And you took my win.
I'm going to tell you this.
It's never going to happen again.
Yeah. I'm just going to, I want a moment of silence.
I was going to say
for that statement. Never going to happen again. Please take a moment of silence. I was always a fan of you, and I become a fan of you more and more the more I watch you, the more I talk to you, the more we grow in our relationship. So obviously that's my bias, but watching you guys on stage, especially you three, watching the growth Samson had from the past year, watching Andrew come onto the scene and get praised and then critiqued and then just morph and change and make good decisions. And I became a bigger fan of all three of you this past weekend, because you all, you guys are so competitive, and you guys are all fucking three hardworking motherfuckers. Like, really are.
It made it so fun too, man.
Yeah.
But even backstage, obviously, you know how it is. You're backstage, but the camaraderie we all had that people don't see.
Yeah.
It made it that much more fun. It really did.
When I used to lose, when I lost to Flex, the times I lost to Jose, even when I beat Jose or David Henry beat me and I beat David and Hidetada back and forth, when you have camaraderie like that, it makes like I always said, I didn't mind losing to Flex as much as somebody else, because it was Flex. Because when you know the person, you know what they stand for, and you know their morals, and Flex is a good-hearted family man, like has always been by my side, has always lifted me up when I needed it, always put me in my place if I was wrong. Like, when you lose to somebody like that, it's a little bit more okay. because I don't mind losing to a good man like David Henry, who's a good family man, vet, fought for this country, put his life on the line. Like, I don't mind losing to that guy. You know, like you're just certain guys that I don't mind losing to because of who they are, and just because I know them as a person. And I know that sounds crazy, but there are certain losses I could take on the chin a lot easier than other losses.
I agree, 100%.
You know, like my seconds at the New York Pro, my seconds at the Phoenix Pro against Charles Dixon. Like, there's just ones that were very hard to swallow. It was like swallowing fucking razor blades. I just can't do it.
I understand.
And I'll tell you this: that second place you got at the Arnold, out of all the wins, even when you win Olympias, even when you win multiple Olympias, because I'm not saying when, I'm not saying if, when you have these wins and multiple wins, that second place is always going to be, those second places never fucking leave your head. And it's always going to be and it's actually good. Okay. Because now you have another driving factor variable to push you when you're getting ready for the Olympia that you didn't fucking have before. Because if you did win, right, maybe if you won this, maybe the Nick Walker that we're about to see would have never walked through the fucking gates that we're about to see come the Olympia. Because maybe if you won, maybe you would have been a little more satisfied. Maybe you would have been a little more fucking laid back. Maybe you wouldn't push as hard. Maybe you would have been content with the package that you brought. Said, I'm going to bring the same package to the Olympia. But that didn't happen. So now you get the wrath of the mutant and see what happens.
Y'all fucked up now.
Yeah. Is that going to be the start of the posing routine?
Yep.
Y'all fucked up now. I think I'm going to make you let me help you with your Olympia posing routine.
You're going to let me help you?
I'm going to make you let me help you.
Okay.
I think I'll let you pick the song, any song you want to pose to. But I think from watching you pose, and I think people consider me a very good poser. I've helped people pose, but I don't promote it. But I think,
was that a low key promotion?
No, I don't want to help anybody pose. Kenny Wallach is the guy that showed me everything that I know, and somebody that showed me how to pose the way I did. But I think you pose good. I think you can pose great. And I think if you, the size you are with your stature and your wow factor, just had, listen, your physique, the thing you did at the Arnold or the Olympia, your routine drop into a knee was great because you shocked people. You did things people didn't expect. But I think if people actually saw you flow on stage and like transition a little better, I think you would fucking just absolutely just lift everybody's fucking seat through the goddamn roof.
I agree.
So I already made up my mind that sometime in Vegas, I'm going to force you to let me come out there and fucking put together a routine with me and you. That's just fucking out of this world.
Let's do it, bro.
So what do we have coming up besides you got this weekend is the Aries event, and then you're going to Utah, and what are any other big events happening that anybody should know about?
Well, yeah, then the week after that, I got to go to Canada for the HD muscle show.
First time traveling out of the country. You're leaving that out.
And I got my passport.
I saw. Everybody saw.
I know. I probably got 1,000 reposts.
You better not lose that. That's like a document you don't want to lose. Flex Lewis is known for losing passports. He's on like his final one. They said like if you lose this again, like you're done.
It's sitting by my bedside. I'm good.
Better put a tracking device on that thing.
But then the Florida one's not really that's I got to clean my house out. But then in May I'm guest posing at the Pittsburgh Pro for Jim Mannion.
I think people are going to wait to see you there and wait to see how you look. I think that's going to be a question mark in everybody's head, because I think that guest posing, that show, the one that Jim puts on where he brings all the fucking bad motherfuckers that are fighting for the top spot, that are in that top 5, he brings them all to clash, with the Titans at that show. Usually it's top like 6, 7, 8. And that's kind of like the pre-Olympia fucking appetizer.
I think it's me, Sean, Derek, Hunter, And Samson.
Hottie?
No, he can't come here yet.
Well, I mean, yeah. What do you mean? He's not banned. He's not only allowed here for the O.
Go here right now.
Yeah, no. Listen. I mean, it's a far, but he usually has Mr. Olympia at the show.
Oh, I know.
You
I mean,
know?
he might. He might.
Yeah.
I mean, be cool.
So what changes with your training? I'm not going to get too deep into this because this is your first time back talking at the Arnold, and I wanted my focus on this on our podcast today was I wanted to almost like interview you about the Arnold because I think a lot of people just wanted to know about your mindset. But like now that we're done, like how does training? Like I know you said you're not going to take off at the gym, but like, do you do anything different, or is it just quid pro quo? Like everything stays the same, and you just keep continuing on the same path. Like I used to like settle down, let my joints heal a little bit, like back off, from working out.
I go like we discussed. I go by feel.
Yeah.
If I feel good, I'm going for it.
Yep.
And I feel good. I did chest 2 days ago. I did back yesterday. Strength's down, obviously a little bit.
Yeah, that's par for the course.
Everything felt good. And I honestly think I'm gonna go back to what I used to do to really get bigger.
Which is what? What explain that to people if they don't know.
The heavy compound movements for low volume, high intensity.
So you're gonna do more like 1-2 sets and done?
I'm gonna incorporate squats again. I want to put deadlifts back in. Put size on where I think it's needed, but still, refine as necessary.
Does your rep scheme change when you do that?
I still don't believe in going low reps. I'm still
10, 12, 15?
10 to 15. Yeah,
that's where I am.
think it's safer. I think you get more out of it. And it's just less injury risk. As far as the volume goes, though, it'll still be like a Jay Cutler approach to where
explain to me a back day like that you would do right now with the way you want to train. Just do it like that.
I like to start with yesterday I started with a lat pull down and I did 4 sets of 15.
Okay.
Increasing weight every set until I failed at 15. And then I went to the Arsenal chest supported.
Incline flat? Or George? The chest supported one. Okay. Yep. I was thinking chest when you said incline chest supported.
Hey, when we get off this podcast, go to bed.
Sleep deprived. No, I meant the humbler, like the one that turns.
Yes, and I did sets of 10, and so I can no longer do 10.
Okay.
And then I did what did I do after that?
Sets of 10 pyramiding with the weight.
Yes. Until I could no longer hit 10 reps. And to me, that's high enough rep to where I don't necessarily need to do a back row.
No, absolutely not. Especially when you're pyramiding up, because that could be 5 sets.
Exactly. So, and then what did I do after that? 1-arm dumbbell row.
Okay.
I did. I actually kept the same weight, which was 120-pound dumbbells, and I did 3 sets of 12.
Now, were these like, because dumbbells, I've done it like on an incline and almost stood up higher or leaned over more on more of like.
I was more leaned over.
Okay.
And then I did my personal favorite, which is seated cable row. I did 3 sets of 15 reps.
Close grip?
No, I like wide.
Okay.
And then I just ended with lower back extension.
3 sets?
4 sets.
4. So you're keeping the sets. So you're not doing 1 or 2 sets. You're doing 3, 4, 5 sets. You're going volume.
Yeah, the volume's still there, but I'm not doing a shit ton of intensifiers as far as rest, pause, or drop sets.
You're just going.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you changing your split or are you keeping the same split?
I haven't decided exactly what that'll be right now. I'm kind of going back to what I did before the Olympia or after the Olympia was over, which we talked about on one of the podcasts.
Yep.
I did on one day off. And I'm trying to think what would be best for me. I know when I did train 4 days a week, that was when I had my most progression.
It's crazy. I've never done that.
I actually got my biggest while being
Really?
the leanest.
Wow.
Because you got to think, right? First of all, you're training 4 days a week. Think of it in this perspective. You're training 4 days a week.
Yeah.
With the amount of volume I'm going to be doing to a degree at a heavier weight.
True.
The intensity, which I don't fuck around.
Of course not.
Rest is going to benefit more in terms of progressing quicker, the joints feeling good, and you won't be as, the body won't be as stressed or inflamed. You'll feel better. If anything, you'll be more fresh.
So would you do like a leg push off pull?
No,
like
the split that I'm doing, a 2 day on, 1 day off, but I might just do 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 2 days off. It's just kind of those. Because I'm not a huge fan of the push-pull leg. I'm really not. I just can't do more than 2 body parts in a day.
Yeah.
A lot of people are a fan of the split, and I tried it. Maybe I didn't do it long enough to really see if it worked. If I don't like it, training, like I said, training is my fun part.
You got to have fun.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So it would be like chest biceps, maybe legs off, then, shoulder triceps, then back off. Or I might just split it out more to where, chest and biceps. It would be like chest and biceps, say legs off, shoulder triceps off, back off,
So you actually don't have like a 7-day split, which makes it easier. You just go off ons, which makes it like what I do right now. Now I just had my first leg day back in 7 weeks since I tore my quad. It was yesterday. And I'm fucking fried. I think that's part of the reason why too I'm beat, because my legs, bro, are fucking roasted. My legs are so fucked right now, and I know tomorrow's gonna be even fucking worse. But I'm gonna do back on Monday. I'm gonna do chest on Tuesday, legs on Wednesday, off on Thursday, arms on Friday, and then like a chest back day on Saturday, and then that's it.
I think after maybe like a month or so, we'll see. I want to maybe, when the real off season kicks, start doing two leg days a week.
Yeah.
But it also is going to depend, if I'm progressing well with what I'm doing, I won't change it.
No need to.
Yeah.
I think, you're still young, Nick, to where like the little changes in training are going to make such a huge difference in your physique, because you're still fresh, believe it or not. Right.
And genetically, I can grow, man.
I've seen it.
I can just grow.
You're like that myodeficient fucking cow.
Yeah. So
it's wild to watch.
People like I said, I've been down in the dumps, but once that flip really switches again, people are fucked, man. They really are.
I think being down in the dumps is part of the process to be better. I think a lot of times we don't get a certain result that we want, and our first initial reaction is, I'm done, fuck everybody, fuck this, I'm giving up, I'm going to find something else, because I've been there and I've done it. And when you come out of that and you realize that it's part of the process to actually be better and be great, and a champion mindset, and just getting over adversity, it all takes a part, and I repeat it to you over and over, and I know it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, but like losing is part of being a champion and part of the process and part of building you as a fucking character, because you don't learn from winning shows. You don't. And I don't care what anybody says. You don't learn from your wins. You learn from your losses, because you learn what you did in between that you don't want to ever do again, or things that maybe happened that shouldn't have happened, or you can break things down, because in the moment of the wins, you don't break anything down, because the going through the tape again, there's no point, because you have that W. But when you can sit down and break down a loss, and maybe even if it's a loss that you shouldn't have gotten and maybe shouldn't have had, or deep down you believe that you earned that W, you can still take a fucking fine-tooth comb and go through it and still see that there was little things that could have maybe just been that much better, that maybe would have made a difference. Maybe they wouldn't have, but maybe they could have. But now we have a chance to see a Nick Walker who's really pissed off. And maybe that Nick Walker would have never been that pissed off, or would have never been brought to light if you didn't take that second place. So you know what I say? You know what? Samson looked fucking great. He just fucking won it. Good for fucking him. And now it's like, I'm going to show you motherfuckers what I do when I'm not given what I think I'm earned and deserved. So sit back and fucking hold popcorn, because here I come. And that's it. So I'm glad we talked. People don't realize that, you know, we mean the past week, I know you, and I kind of let you be and backed off, and I wasn't bothering you. But then out of nowhere, I hit you with a fucking voice note and came out for like 7-minute long voice note, because well, you needed it at that time. And I was waiting to say it, and I was waiting for certain things to be posted and said. And then I was like, that's, you know, this is the time where I'm going to say what I want to say. And
it's perfect, actually.
You know, but listen, I think now that we had the talk, I think now that you've expressed yourself and you've said it, now it's all done and it's over. And now it's on to the next fucking bigger and better, bro. That's it. Bodybuilding, you know, is a very quick moving sport. You know, nobody fucking really holds on to the wins that long, and nobody really holds on to the losses. The fans don't really care about, and that's what I was trying to explain to you. You know, as bodybuilders, which is so great about social media right now, and having social media, as much as I rip it down, is that it also gives you a chance to not have to sit in this for so long, because the Arnold was a week ago, and we're like, it's already not even being talked about that much anymore, because it's already on to the next big thing. Now where everybody's talking about, you know, it went from holy shit, Nick didn't win, to what is Nick going to fucking do with the Olympia? Like, that's how fast the trajectory has changed, you know, and what everybody's talking about. And, you know, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a great battle. I think we're going to have a lot of great guys on that stage this year battling for those top spots. You, Samson, Andrew, Derek, Hottie, Hunter. I think everybody's going to be fucking at that top, scratching and clawing. And you know what? I can't wait to fucking see it.
I think for this Olympia, a lot of people are angry, you know, especially the O. So it's going to be, I think, a very competitive Olympia this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Because let me tell you something. I haven't been in, that was the first show that I've been to since I was retired that I actually sat down and went to. The year I retired, they wanted me to go to the show, and they gave me tickets, and I went in. I was sitting dead center. They played a commercial with Blackstone Labs, and it was me and John. I got up and I walked out, and I'm like, this is too soon. Like, I just can't do this. Yeah. But for your show, I was there, and Joe can attest to this. I was jumping up. I was fucking Nick. I was screaming like a kid at a baseball game cheering for his favorite team. I was going fucking nuts, bro. I don't even know if you could hear me, but I was screaming like a maniac.
Oh, I did. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had a blast, bro. I had such a good time cheering for you and Samson on that stage, and Sean, and like the guys that I know, and Akeem, like even Justin was up there. I was screaming for him. Like, I like seeing people that I know and I have a relationship with and I can cheer for. It makes me still feel like I'm involved in the sport and I'm a part of it because I kind of live vicariously through you guys. So, thanks for putting on such a great show. For Arnold, for Brian Powers, for myself, for the fans, for your family, for friends, for everybody that watched, because it was fucking great, man. You really shocked a lot of people, and a lot of times you build more fans and more momentums when you don't win, when it doesn't go your way, and that's okay. And I think you did that, and I think you took it on the chin like a champion. And I also think it's okay to not be afraid to express your feelings, because I feel that when you lose, it's okay to say if you really think you should have won, or it's okay to say, I won these shots, or I did this, or I don't agree with that, and that's okay, because that's being a fucking human being, and we all do it. The problem is a lot of us do it behind closed doors, and we don't want to do it publicly because we're afraid of what are people going to say. But at the end of the day, is you're allowed to be human and lose and get mad and upset for a little bit and say a couple things that might ruffle a couple feathers, because that's your truth, and you live by the sword and die by the sword, and that's fucking okay.
I agree. Yep.
So we talked before we go. We talked prior to this, and we're not going to let you guys know who, but we have a couple guests that will be coming on in the next few weeks that I think you guys are going to fucking like, and it's gonna bodybuilding scene's going to be forever changed when we have these guests on. So
Feathers.
Yeah, ruffles on feathers too, like fucking good old rubber ducky. So I just want to say, Nick, I know this is our podcast and we do it every week, and we had a week off because you were doing your thing, but I appreciate you as a friend, as a bodybuilder, and it was fucking super awesome to watch you up there compete and battle out with those guys, and you made the show very special. Another special moment was Samson's pose routine. That was, a very moment, because I know that had a little John Meadows involved in it, because that was a routine that, John did originally, that Fuad did, that Samson did. So, that alone just being a John Meadows moment, and with Samson, and it was just, that was a very special moment to watch. And I had a very, that was a heartfelt moment for me. And, just seeing you guys up there, man, it just, it's awesome. And so I just want to say you definitely made me a bigger fan of bodybuilding and yourself in the sport this weekend, just by being there. So I appreciate you. I love you. You know how I feel about the show and you and everything we've spoken about, and what I expect from you moving forward. Not only as a bodybuilder, but as a person. I think you're going to do tremendous things, especially this year. So I'm excited to see it. So we're going to have a guest on next week. We're not going to tell you guys who. Maybe you guys can guess in the comments and see who we're going to have. You can like, comment, subscribe down below. And until next time, this was the post Arnold recap with myself and my partner in crime, Mr. Nick Walker. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we're hitting you with the hand hearts, and we are Assalamu alaikum.